Morning guys, my name is Ifat and I'm a designer, crafter and maker and also a DIY and craft instructor for young students. And today I wanted to talk about the watercolor media. This is something that I've been doing for about 1 month, 2 months. It's a fairly new media for me and I can still see through the beginner's eyes, and I will try to give you some tips and tricks if you want to start using watercolors and draw. And the first thing that I wanted to talk about is the page size. You should not start and tackle a big page because it can be fairly intimidating. Try to start with a smaller page that could be more manageable, such as this one. This is just a greeting card that I've made using watercolors and sketch pen, a very thin one, and I find it less intimidating, less time, and this will give me better results rather than trying to draw on something big when I have no experience. Also, try to combine a media that you already know and feel comfortable in and using watercolors. Just like this example of combining floral watercolors with sketch pen. This can be also for your practices, and then you can just make a card out of it and give it away, and I'm sure that someone will be very happy to get your creation as a greeting card. So I've been practicing and also making someone smile, which is very nice. Another thing that I want to talk about is buying the products. I've been hearing a lot about if you want to get good results, you have to spend your money and invest in a very good products, high-priced products, and this is partly true, but for your point of starting with watercolors, it's unnecessary. You can buy something affordable and like brushes and palettes, and when you feel that you can getting improved and that you're ready for the next step, then buy something more expensive. It can load some pressure on you. That's what I feel. If you buy something expensive, you have these expectations of yourself and you have this pressure to succeed and do everything well. And pressure is, well, it's not very good for your creativity. So start with something affordable. My palette cost about $14. I know that the high price of a palette can go to about $30, $34. It's really unnecessary at the beginning. You can always go ahead and buy something expensive after you feel comfortable that this is the media that you want to practice and that you feel comfortable with what the results you get, and then buy something more expensive. I will share the brushes and the palettes that I bought with a special link below in the description, and you can go ahead and buy that. It's very good for me. It has vibrant colors, it has a very good quality for the point I'm in, and you should do that too. So I will demonstrate something like this, very small painting, and that can show you the way to combine the colors and mix the colors and get a very good result just as a beginner. Also, if you have some questions about other medias, other crafts, videos that you want me to make, a product that you want me to try for you, then go ahead and write your comments below and I will relate to them, and maybe that will be the next video I will make. So I hope you will find it valuable. Don't be afraid to dare start with watercolors. It's meditative, it's beautiful, it's enjoyable, and try to get the tips that I'm giving you and dare to use that media. So let's start the demonstration and hope you will enjoy. So we will start with a small page that will be glued afterwards to this cardstock. That will be a greeting card that I can write down my greetings, and you can, it's not really necessary, but it's nice to have a heat gun to dry your watercolors in order to proceed to the next stage. I will be using this sketch pen. This is a very thin tip that I found for sketching. That will be my birds. Let me put it here just for you to see. And also a crafter's tape. You have to glue the tape to your surface in order for the page to not rise and curl when you're dealing with water. And also, I really like that frame that is created around my painting. I think it defines the painting and it's very nice. This is just something I find at the dollar store. It's nothing fancy. Also, the palette that I'm using is by Superior. This is the palette, as you can see. This is watercolor Superior palette for 30 colors, and it comes like this. This is the mixing palette, and you can put it here, and here you can see all the colors that I've been using and that palette has to offer for a beginner. That 30 color I've picked is because I'm not a very good mixer, as I said, and I need many colors for using them in my paintings and not worrying about mixing them and getting the right color. You can start with 12 colors if you're a better mixer of colors, and then move on. Also, I'll be using those brushes. This is just a round pointed brush that I bought just from a store. I think it has the price. It's about $4. And also I purchased from eBay, I will put the link below, of a set of brushes that are different sizes, about 12 different sizes of brushes. And these are for watercolors. These are very good. I think this is synthetic. Yes, this is synthetic. And it's good enough. As I said, buy good enough products, nothing more. Then I'm going to wet the brush, and I'm going to wet the entire surface of the page without any fear that the page will curl. This is watercolor pages, just something that I picked up at the local store. First of all, you have to wet the page in order for the colors to mix well. Then I'm going to mix some blues in my palette. I like to have, when I'm doing this scenery, I like to have some deep blues for the sky. And then I'm just going to smear them over at the top of my page. Just let them roll and smear over in a vertical way. Okay? Then I'm going to rinse the brush and move on to the red color. As this is a sunset scenery, then the colors should be blue, red, and yellow, and then combined into purple and orange accordingly. Then I'm taking my red, and then I'm starting from the bottom, not close to the blue area, just from the bottom, leaving a small unpainted area, and then I'm going to move up and smear the colors in order to mix them in the blue and get a sense of purple color. Now, every picture, every drawing for me does not come out the same, and that's what's so great about watercolors. You just do their magic. They just do their magic. Now, after I mixed the red and the blue, and then I'm going to go on to the yellow. Now, yellow, well, bright yellow, I will always combine with another yellow, just to give it just more natural sensation. And then I will start from the bottom of the page, moving up to the area of the red, mixing them into an orangey color. As you can see, I'm not really a very vertical stroke. I do just like little waves, letting them mix in a very natural way. I do think that I should add more purple to the area of the meeting area of the red and the blues. Then I will just go on and mix some blues and the purples and the red together, just to get more purple color for the sunset. Just a little bit more red. And then we will just let them dry. Now you can dry them, the colors, with your heating gun, but try not to do that very close to the page, otherwise the colors will move around and it's not something that you want after you produce your picture. I will do that really fast and come back to you in a minute. So I dried my page and now I can move on to the sketch of the birds, as you can see here. I'm going to draw 2 lines from one side to another. Just like this. And then I'm going to sketch the birds, just the shadow of them. Now, you can get the idea by looking at Pinterest for inspiration, for how to draw birds. I'm just drawing the shade of them, just like I see them. Nothing fancy. You don't have to get into details or anything, just the shade. That's why it can only be successful and no failure. And also, if it did not come out very well, then you can just throw it away, start over, learn from your mistakes, but please, please, please don't give up. So after I draw everything, you can go ahead and sign your painting. It's a very nice privilege. And then take away your tape. As you can see, I have some smears here. Never mind. I'm taking my failures as a lesson. That's what you should do. And that's the way I'm instructing my students. Take your failures and learn from them. I should have been maybe putting some less water in the end. So this is the painting. It's a very nice way to glue that on cardstock afterwards and giving them as greeting cards for loved ones, and you can write down your blessings and greetings inside. And this is a no-brainer. Now, after you practice this kind of mixing colors and scenery, then you can start adding some clouds. Now, the way to add the clouds, just take a paper towel, and while the colors are wet, just dab them in certain areas in the sky where the purple is or where the blue is, and lift up some color in order to create those cloudy images. Okay, as you can see here, while the paint is wet. If it came out wrong, then you can put on some paint and then try again. The important thing is to try it. So I hope you will enjoy this. I hope you will try it at home. And if you want a link to this palette, this affordable palette that I recommended to start with, then you can check out the description section below and purchase them, and also the brushes. I will link them below and you can purchase them. I really hope you have a great day. I hope you will try them. I hope you will try painting and never give up until you have good results. If you want, you can post your pictures and trials in the comments below. Have a great day. Succeed. Bye-bye.